Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started today. Thank you everybody for joining us on our last session of the Tip Tuesday live webinar series. We really appreciate everybody who's shown up, and we hope you've gained some valuable insight into Pasture to Publish, and we're ready to tackle your next sale book. So as a reminder, I'm Grace Sandberg, and I am a print services coordinator and graphic artist. And again, just want to say thank you so much for joining us over the last few weeks. It's been good. Um, a quick breakdown of today's session. We are going to cover a handful of different things today, from adding contributors as well as a supplement to your sale book, as well as covering how to view your analytics and sale book requests once your book is posted. And we will also cover how to upload your camera-ready sale book so that Angus Media can get that posted for you. Just a reminder, if you haven't been able to attend, you should have gotten emails with the recordings from the past few sessions. If you haven't, please stick around for the end, and we do have our contact information on the last slide, and reach out to us and we will get you those recording links. But otherwise, just remember that you can place your questions in the Q&A chat and we will answer those live at the end. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started with today's video. First, we're going to jump in and we're going to add contributors to our sale book. Now, there's a couple of different reasons we might add contributors to our sale book. First and foremost might be a photographer that wants to jump in and place their photos in the book. We might also have a sale manager who needs access to the sale book. Another reason we might have contributors is somebody who maybe specializes in writing our footnotes. So there's a number of different reasons why we might add those to our sale book. But let's go ahead and dive in here, and we're gonna go through the process of adding a contributor. So along the left-hand side of our screen, we're going to click on the Assign Contributor screen. So firstly, I'm selecting the Select Contributors button. From there, I can either move forward with the assumption that I'm adding a contributor that already has an account, which is how I'm going to show it today. But do note that if you are working with somebody who doesn't have an account, you can select the Add New button right here on the right-hand side of screen, and you'd be able to create an account for them. So what I'm going to do is up in the search button, I'm going to type in the name of my contributor. So in this case, I'm searching Annabelle. And once I have found her, I'm going to click on her little contact card and then hit add to my contributors. Now you'll notice I also had another contributor there who I had used in the past, so I could also select that person. But in this case, I'm only going to select Annabelle, and then I'm going to hit save. And that is how I add contributors to my sale book. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and add a supplement to our sale book. So a couple of different reasons we might want to add a supplement. That could be so that our potential buyers have a pending map for when they show up to sale day. It could also be, we had some outs come up. We could also want to add additional lots. So what I'm going to do under the My Sale Books page, and I can either be under All Sale Books to find the book I'm looking for, or under Published, which is probably the quickest tab to go under. And then what I'm going to do is select the red icon. And that's going to take me to my supplement screen. Now, a few different things we can do under this supplement screen. First and foremost, we can attach files. So that could be your penny map. That could be some data maybe from the feedlot, or any number of things there. The other option we're going to have is to mark lots as out or move them to the supplement. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to find a couple of lots and select those, and I'm clicking move to after I selected the lots and out of sale. I also have the option here to download some rodeo data. I can indicate different lots in my supplement using color coding. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to select a few lots here in the lot order, and I'm going to select them the same way I did the out of sale lots and click move to and supplement. Now I'm scrolling down to the bottom, and I'm just going to save my progress because that's the designer in me. I just have to save frequently. Okay. So first what I'm going to do now is I'm selecting those lots in a supplement, and I'm going to just show you how you can color code those. So you can kind of use this for a multitude of different reasons, but I want those all to be orange. And then maybe later on I'll come back and add some pink for penning map purposes, or, any number of things. Okay, moving on here, we're going to go ahead and start diving into the really fun stuff. So first, what we're going to do is look at sale book requests. And I do just want to note, you'll notice that I have addresses and names blurred out just for people's privacy, as well as the sale book itself. So, but we do want us to show you how this functions. So what you're going to do from your dashboard or wherever you come to in your account, you're going to navigate over to the sale books request screen. So that's along the left-hand side. Now you'll notice here, I have a whole list of sale books that are available for viewing those requests. And once I click into a sale book, it's going to open up all of the sale book requests. Now what I can do, if I haven't yet exported these and it's time for me to ship out those sale books and I want to say data merge, or if I would like to take these for my mailing list for next year, so I make sure that those people get a book for the coming year, what I can do is select all these, and I could click add to address book, or what I can do is go up to this top and select direct download link. And that's going to download all of those addresses in a Excel file. And I hit save wherever I want my computer. And now I can navigate over to my computer and I would have that Excel file available. Last but not least, before we jump into posting a camera-ready sale book, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our analytics, which is one of my favorite parts. So again, from anywhere in Pasture to publish, all I need to do is navigate on the left-hand menu to analytics. Again, you're going to see some blurred information there. That's just for the privacy of this ranch owner. And what I can do is just, again, click on the book card for any of those. You will also notice you can use some of those filter options up at the top at any time to find the sale book that is what you're looking for. So after I click in there, you'll be able to see a couple of things right off the bat. Now, first, you're going to have a nice little graph here, but as you can see, this book was posted a while ago, so you can't really get a good gauge on those analytics and the time frames and all of that. So what I'm going to do is use the top filter options there to select a date range that was within my sale book from the time my sale book was posted to sale day. So if you actually hover over any of those dots, that's going to give you either the total number of users or new users, depending on which line you're looking at on the graph. And it'll also tell you the date of those users. And so this is a great comparison to know how many people were viewing your book and maybe continuously viewing your book versus completely new people who viewed your book within that time frame. Now, up at the top here, I can actually move over to views versus users. So that's going to be, again, views per users, and then also how many pages they looked at per session. So like here you can see 26 people, or 26 views per user, then that there was an average of 20 pages per session. And to note on these totals here, you can hover over the little eye circle icon, and that's going to give you a little bit of a definition about what that analytic is, or what that number is representing. I can scroll down here and view how many people are viewing each page, as well as how many or how much time they're viewing that page for. So you have pages that are separated out, and then so you can see each page, how many views total, how many views per user, as well as their engagement duration, as well as sessions. And then I also want to point out along the right-hand side there, we have a few different things as well. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So we have a analytic for how old our audience is. So you can see like in this book, it's kind of unknown, but we do have some information on the age range, and it looks like A lot of them are in the 25 to 34 or 55 to 64. We can also see here the gender of our audience, which in this case is mostly male. And moving back up, we can see the most popular times that people are viewing our sale book. So you can see that bar on the bottom kind of gives you a gauge of least to most in the color. And then so you can see like in this book, particularly Monday at 4 p.m. was pretty popular time. Scrolling up, we can also see where our views are coming from. So if we hover over a state, it'll tell us the number of views. So in this case, you can see they had a really strong viewing across all of the United States. Texas in particular was popular, as well as Nebraska, Illinois, even Missouri and Oklahoma. And now if I zoom in by clicking, it's going to show me individual dots that are going to get kind of bigger depending on how many views are coming from specific locations. So again, I'm going to click in here, and then it's going to allow me to hover over those dots, and I can click in or zoom in even further, and it'll allow me to see more specific and really kind of blow up. So like you can see Dallas is pretty big, but then there's also some smaller areas near Dallas that also have had some views. And so this will just allow you to kind of see where maybe you should be then targeting for your digital post, or what kind of publications might be a good idea to hit. So again, I can kind of zoom in here and I can see I even have views in Chicago, Ottawa, and then so I'm not limited here to just the US. I can also navigate over to this global button, and I can see that I actually have views from other countries. So we have quite a few views from Canada, a handful even from Brazil and Australia, as well as South Africa. So that's pretty interesting. I also want to note here the social analytics and referrals, so you can see where your views are coming from. So you can see here we have Facebook. That probably means they shared the link to their sale book on their Facebook page. We also have a couple of different websites. So you can see the majority of those are from the Angus website, but you will also have the ranch owner website as well as their sale management website. And now I could also print this, just so you know, I could print those. And that way I had them handy to compare to, say, last year's. I can also navigate, I scroll up to the top here, and I can navigate to a couple of other menu options. So first I'm going to go to watch list, which I don't have any analytics here to view for a watch list, but if somebody set reminders for my sale book, I would be able to see that information there. And if I have videos posted, I can see analytics and who's viewing those videos. So I navigated over to videos, and then I have to click here to load. And from there, I can go ahead and view the views of those videos. And so we have a handful of different analytics right there. And I can also use that filter up at the top to go by what time frame I would like to view those analytics for. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to go ahead and walk through how to post a camera ready sale book. But we want you to know that you don't have to just submit it if you would like to go ahead and upload that file yourself. Um, and also, all of the analytic features are available to camera ready sale books as well. So don't be afraid to get in there and make sure that you don't have sale book requests waiting for you, as well as analytics. So let's go ahead and post a camera ready sale book. So just like I did in the first session, in my sale books page, I click create new sale book. And so from there, I'm going to go through the same steps that we went through in session 1, and I'm going to enter a sale name, my ranch name, and again, depending on if you've already had an account set up, you might have some of that to autofill. Okay, so then I'm going to keep just filling out this information, my state, my address, as well as the city that I'm in and the zip code. Okay, I'm going to select again what type of publication for billing purposes. I'm going to select it's a camera ready sale book. It's online only. And we could make this sale book searchable. And I would just like to stop and know really quickly, if I click searchable, there'll be another option to upload that searchable file. And we'll have to download the template and then upload the file when I upload my sale book file. I'm just going to keep moving down here. We're adding a date, so November and 30th and 12 p.m. Again, my time zone has already been autofilled. Here I can go select file, and I'm going to navigate to where I have this file saved on my computer and hit open. And then I'm going to hit upload. Okay, I'm downloading my searchable file here. And now I'm selecting my searchable file and hitting upload. And I'd also like to know when my EPDs in my salebook were last up to date, just because it is going to search off of what current EPDs are available for those lots. So I'm again going to pick the page number of my book, and then I'm going to assign my coordinator. So I'm leaving it as state mapped, and same for my billing analyst. Then I hit next. And this next step is a little bit important because this is what notifies us that a book has been uploaded. I'm going to hit next again, and then next again. And then when it comes up this discount opportunity portion, I'm going to hit OK. And then you'll see here that I do have those lots that are available because I made that book searchable. Then I hit next one more time, and when I get this "you're all done" message, it's very important that I go ahead and click continue, and that's going to notify Angus Media that your sale book has been uploaded and it's not just sitting in development. And now you can see that book has been pushed to your Angus Media team, and we'll get the notification and we can get the sale book posted. First, we're okay. We'll go ahead. We've got some questions in the chat already. Can contributors see analytics? Yes, some of your contributors, like a sale manager, can see analytics. Jenna, I'd have to defer to you if like a photographer could see them or if it's only certain accounts.
I'm not sure on the top of my head, but I think all contributors to your book can see the analytics for that book.
Okay. And also, I'd just add that you can add different email accounts. So once your book is posted, every Friday you will get a kind of weekly recap of your analytics, and you can add additional emails to receive those accounts. So, if say your kiddo is handling those sale book requests and analytics, then you could add their emails to receive those. Okay, can you remind us how videos of cattle are attached to their listing in the online catalog? So your video won't be attached through Pasture to publish directly in your account. We have somebody who helps us with those postings. So, and that's Becky with the Beef Center. So what I would do is get with your coordinator, and we'll give you kind of her email or phone number, and you can get with her and share those videos with her to get them posted. Can I change the contact information that displays on my online sale book? The account is under the breeder's name, but all of the questions should be directed to me. Yes, we can do that. And actually, what I'm going to do here is I can show you really quickly how to do that since we have a little bit of extra time here. Okay. So here in our Pasture to Publish account, along the left-hand side, once we're into a sale book, so your contacts are tied to the individual sale books. So along the left side hand side here, we have contacts, and from there we can click this add new button, and then we can insert our contacts information and phone number so that those are the people that they see. And for example, here is where that contact information on the online posting shows down along the left hand side of this book. I'll also really quickly while we're in here show you under this permissions tab is where we can add those additional emails for analytics and salebook requests, as well as we can turn some of these selections on and off. So we could turn it off that it sends to me, but it will still send to my sale manager. Same for salebook requests. So those are just a couple of options that we have there. Okay. How does it work if I have a sale manager? Can he get into my book without me to work on it? Yes. So once we have a sale manager, they'll have their own sale manager account and they can start a book under your ranch owner account. And then you both can kind of work on that together, or they can just fully handle that sale book. Do we have any other questions here today? We've got a little bit of time here, so we can do more showing on the screen if we need to as well. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any other questions get into the chat. So, again, just be sure to use our contact information there if you have any additional questions. If you're ready for a sale book quote, please reach out to us. And then don't forget to scan that QR code if you would like to revisit any of these videos or our other Tip Tuesday videos. And again, just stay tuned to your email for the recording from today's presentation. So, thank you everybody for joining.